The notebook is open, the ideas are fresh, and your brain is on fire with possibilities. This time, you tell yourself, I'm going to finish it. But weeks later, that project sits half done, collecting digital dust on your laptop or buried in a corner of your room. Why does this keep happening? Why do we start strong, but fade away before reaching the finish line? I've been there, and chances are, so have you. But the truth is, it's not laziness. It's not a lack of talent. It's something deeper, hidden forces inside your psychology that trick you into giving up before you've even truly begun. And once you understand these forces, you'll never look at your unfinished projects the same way again. Let's start with the first and most dangerous trap, the dopamine rush of beginnings. Starting something new feels incredible because your brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. In that moment, you don't even need progress to feel satisfied. Just the idea of doing it makes you feel like you've already won. But here's the catch. That dopamine fades fast. And suddenly, what once felt exciting now feels like hard, boring work. That's the moment most people walk away. And they don't even realize they were tricked by their own brain chemistry. But there's another hidden reason. When you finish something, you're exposed. Your work can be judged, criticized, or worse, ignored. So the mind plays a clever game. It convinces you to leave it for later. Not finishing becomes a shield, because as long as it's incomplete, no one can ever say it wasn't good enough. Strange, isn't it? We think we're procrastinating out of laziness, but really, it's fear wearing a mask. Think about it. How many projects have you abandoned right before the final stage? The essay you didn't submit, the song you never released, the business idea you never launched. Not because you couldn't finish, but because finishing meant facing reality. And reality is terrifying. But there's more. Many of us are addicted to the identity of being a starter. We love the label of being creative, ambitious, or full of potential. But finishing a project? That forces us to transform from dreamer to doer. And transformation is uncomfortable. So instead of pushing through that discomfort, we escape back into the thrill of starting something new. A fresh notebook, a fresh canvas, a fresh app, and the cycle repeats. Still, there's an even darker truth. Not finishing projects is sometimes a way of protecting your self-image. Because deep down, you might believe that if you gave your absolute best and still failed, what would that mean about you? So your mind, find a loophole. Don't give your best. Don't finish. That way, you'll never have to face failure. It feels safe, but it's actually the most dangerous trap of all. Because in protecting your ego, you're sacrificing your potential. Now here's the twist. The problem isn't starting too many things. The problem is never allowing yourself to endure the valley of boredom. Every project has a shiny beginning, a boring middle, and a rewarding end. But most of us quit in the middle, right where things stop being fun and start requiring discipline. And here's the crazy part. If you can survive that middle, if you can push through the dull repetition, you almost always reach the breakthrough. The middle isn't the problem. It's the doorway to mastery. So what's the solution? First, you must shift your identity. Stop calling yourself a starter. Start calling yourself a finisher. This isn't just about words. It's about rewiring your brain to expect completion as the norm. Because once your brain sees finishing as part of who you are, it becomes harder to quit. Second, shrink the scale. Most unfinished projects die because they're too big in your head. Break them down into microscopic steps, so small that failure is impossible. Don't focus on writing the whole book. Focus on writing one paragraph. Don't focus on finishing the online course. Focus on watching one lesson. Because small wins stack, and stacked wins become unstoppable momentum. Third, reframe your fear. Instead of seeing finishing as exposure to judgment, see it as freedom. Because once it's done, it's no longer haunting you. It's out there, breathing on its own. And the truth is, judgment doesn't kill you, but regret does. And regret is what comes from a lifetime of unfinished projects. Finally, create a ritual of closure. Celebrate the act of finishing, no matter how small the project is. Train your brain to associate finishing with reward, just like it once associated starting with excitement. That way, your mind will chase the finish line instead of running from it. So the next time you catch yourself abandoning a project, ask yourself this: am I really bored? Or am I scared of the finish line? Because most of the time, it's not boredom. It's fear. Fear of being seen. Fear of being judged. Fear of discovering whether your best is enough. But here's what you need to remember. Finishing is not about perfection. It's about proof. Proof that you can carry an idea from birth to completion. Proof that you are more than just a dreamer. You are a builder of reality. Because at the end of your life, no one remembers what you almost finished. They only remember what you brought into the world. And every unfinished project is a ghost of who you could have been. So, which legacy will you choose? To be surrounded by ghosts of unfinished dreams? Or to leave behind monuments of things you dared to complete? The choice is yours. Start less. Finish more. Because nothing is more draining than the weight of what you never completed.